What up, you chimuelos and chimuelas? Boogers in the basement again tonight. I'm working on a Dell 9010 I got over there. I'm gonna be working on putting in Windows XP 32-bit, hopefully. I got some old games that I found. They're Windows 95, 98 games. I'll see, maybe I can get them to run on XP. I know you can just do a virtual machine or whatever the crap they do, but I want to figure out how to install older operating systems on these Dells, because Dell actually still supplies the drivers for them, and it's supported. So I'm gonna try to walk through the steps here, and I'm learning as I go. So I've done it a couple times on about 3 or 4 times on laptops. I never done it on the 9010 here. I think all the 10s, 3010, 7010, 9010, they have support for it. I know the 9020 they don't, because I was just there thinking that was a 9020 and it's a 9010. I was at the Dell website. They don't have the drivers for XP. They only go back to Windows 7. So I'm gonna switch you over to the computer, and hopefully, I'm a scatterbrain, so try to follow along. All right. So here we are over in La La Land. Power this down. Let's see the battery. We don't. First, you're gonna need an ISO. Actually, let's go to Dell first. And see if we can get the drivers for it. So we'll go Dell 9010 XP. We'll just go drivers. And we'll go to the support for OptiPlex 9010 drivers and downloads. We'll allow them to do whatever they want. We're going to select drivers, and we are going to go to see what we got here. We have Windows XP drivers for 9010. So, first thing I'm going to look for is the Windows XP driver cab here. So I'm going to download that. Downloading up here in Little La La Land. Once that downloads, I'll extract it to a folder that I saved. Says it's done. So minimize this. We'll go into here. We'll go to downloads. Right here. A right click. And prior to this, I installed WinRAR. WinRAR, how it makes extracting files, especially this cab file, a lot quicker. So I'm going to extract files. And then I'm going to choose, I made a folder in my, what drive did I put it on? Right. Where the heck did I put it? D drive? No. Where the frick? Yeah. Local disk D. And I'm going to extract it into this folder. So I used open with WinRAR. So it's going to extract them to this folder. I probably could have just put that folder. We'll just, can I move, send to desktop? we'll just put a shortcut on the desktop so it'll be up there. So, where did I put him? So here's my, get this one out of here. So we got our cab shortcut, WinRAR. We're going to need Win and Light and Rufus. WinRAR for extracting Nlight, slipstreams the drivers into the ISO, and then you take that ISO you make with Nlight and create a bootable drive with Rufus. So we got our cab driver, cabinet drivers. Now we need an ISO for Windows XP. Windows XP ISO download the product files I already had in. So Windows XP 32-bit ISO download with product key. We'll go to downloads again. Oops. Downloads. This is the English Windows XP. Right click. Extract files. And then I made a, no I didn't, I'll just make a, here, we'll right click, I'll make a new folder, rename it, XP ISO, Service Pack 3, and Windows XP ISO Service Pack. Okay, so I made a folder there. Let's go back and do this again. Go to Downloads, right click, extract files with the WinRAR extract files. Then go to your desktop and plop it in that folder you made, which is English Windows XP ISO Service Pack 3, and hit OK. It'll extract it to there. Alright, so we got our cab packs and we got our ISO. So now we go to Nlight. I forget where I downloaded it, but I'll see if we can. Let's see if we can find it for you. I already downloaded it, but Nlight. I forget what the. I'd imagine you want this one. Is it NT Light? Sorry. No, Nlight. Oops. So it's Nlight for Windows XP deployment tool. So I will do, I think that's where I got it from. So let's try this again. Nlight. Open up our Nlight. Next, we want to find our, I already have it in here, but you would go to Browse, you would go to the folder that you put the Windows XP ISO in, which is mine right here. Hit OK. So it imports it here. And then we go, this session stuff, I don't know what I can do with this, but ignore that. Here's where you select what you want to do. The server pack's already in there. I want to put drivers in. There's no components. You want to do if you want to do unattended, you could put your answer all the questions ahead of time, I think. but I don't have a CD. We'll do, you can, that's what unattended means. It'll put your CD key in, answer all the stupid questions. I got no options, no tweaks. I want to make a bootable ISO. You can tweak it, I guess, to do other crap, put a different background and themes in. But we're just going to do drivers. I'm not going to make it unattended, bootable ISO. So we go next. So now I want to insert my drivers. So I go to insert, multiple drivers, and then I got to find my folder, which is on my D drive, I think. This PC, D drive. My Dell 9010 cab files. Hit OK. There's all my cab files. Select them all. Hit OK. Now this is for storage device text mode driver. Can I do regular plug and play driver? I think the 7010 should be able to do regular plug-in. I don't know what to choose on this. This is probably where I run into trouble. It says we'll do a regular plug and play driver. Try that. Oh. What? Apparently I gotta select these. Whatever, I'll just select them all. Control all. It says be careful if your controller even needs more than one. Don't select different operating system versions. I don't know what. SATA, 6-port SATA. I don't know what all this shit means. I'll just select them all and see what happens. Drivers are in. Those are the drivers. That's going to slipstream. Do you want to start the process? Yes. If it don't work, I'll be back here redoing it. Okay. Sorry, I was screwing around on my phone here. So it finalized it. We're going to go next. We're going to make the ISO image right now. Click here to start, make ISO. I want to create a new folder. And this is going to be the ISO. How do we name it so I know which one it is? Twin XP ISO and light. The roof is because my brain's small. I can't remember which one it is, so that kind of helps. Save. Yes. Did it put it? Hopefully I'll put it in there. If not, I'll have to find it now. What does you mean not responding? There we go. preparing. I mean, now you could take this ISO and burn it to a DVD and install it from DVD, I believe. But I'm going to use a USB stick. So it says it was created successfully. Is it in here? I got nothing in there. Wait a minute. Where did it put it to? Users. Where did it put it? ISO Creative. C users desktop 64 ISO. Why is it? So that didn't work out good here. It put it in Dell desktop 64 ISO for real. So I need to rename that. So I need to users. PC. Users Dell. What was it under? Desktop. So just put it in this 64 ISO for real. Okay. Which should be on my desktop. So put it in here instead of me renaming it like an idiot. So we'll just rename this folder. So I'll rename this to copy. We'll delete this one. Rename. Paste. Okay. Maybe I just screwed it up. Okay. And here it says thanks to blah blah blah. Thank you guys. So let's double check. Here's my ISO disk image. Okay. So now we got to take Rufus, which is in my downloads. Let's close all this crap out. Downloads. Rufus 4.11. You can find Rufus. Make sure you get a. I'm gonna go through that. So now we're opening up Rufus here, and you need a USB stick big enough to handle what you got. We are going to do a disk image or ISO. We are going to select. Rufus has found an updated version, blah blah blah. I'll just do yes. Okay. Select. It's desktop. Windows XP ISO Nlight to Rufus. That one. Open. Open. Alright, I gotta select this one. Apparently I gotta select that. So now it's scan the image. Why is it not showing my partition scheme device. Because I don't have a drive here. Why is it not recognizing my drive? Why I got Windows 10 on there? Let's use a different drive here. Some thumb drives around here with crap on them. I don't know what's on them. No label. That sounds good. So there we go. The Winlight ISO. You need. For some reason, it wasn't recognizing my USB drive, and then the one I had Windows 10 on it. Well, we use this one. Hopefully, there ain't anything important on it. MBR. I just leave this as default, I guess. And we start. It's going to ask you blah blah blah. Warning: we're going to destroy all the data on your USB. Hit OK. This may include blah 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 blah. Should you wish to proceed? Yes. Right now we're making made the bootable USB, and off to the computer we go. Let's see what happens. Probably should have went wide angle. Here's my USB with the ISO install on it. I have a SSD in here. We'll see if this works. So USB in, power our baby on. We're gonna do F12 for a one-time boot on Dell. One-time boot menu. Then we're gonna come into, can you guys see that? Let me see if you guys can see that. Adjust my little camera here. So we are going to use the USB storage device. Press any key to boot from USB. So we're booting from USB. Will it work? We got a dirty lens here. Windows does not start because of a computer disk hardware configuration problem. Could not read from the select choose boot blah blah blah. Cheese check the Windows blah blah blah. For Chrysler's sake. Windows could not start because of a computer disk hardware configuration. So we might have to go into our BIOS here. So we'll hit any key to restart, F2 to get into BIOS, and my mouse ain't working. We'll go down to boot sequence. We are in Legacy. How could it make it UEFI? It couldn't have. It's showing my drive. Enable system configuration, SATA operation. That's why we need to go up to ATA, I believe. So we'll go to. We need to switch it from RAID to ATA on XP. Yes. Tab. highlight the apply, enter apply, tab, 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 exit, F12 again. Ugh. DVD drive sounds horrible. Finger bang the F12. We are going to legacy boot from the USB storage device again. After we change the SATA operation, press any key to boot from USB. Let's see what happens. Windows could not start because of computer disk hardware configuration problem. Could not read from the selected boot disk. Check boot path and disk hardware. Please check the Windows documentation about blah 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 blah. Let's try something else here. Did it make it? I don't see how it could have made it UEFI. In Windows XP, but let's give it a try. My flipper broke here on my... Let's give that a good old try here. So we'll go to boot sequence, tab, we'll go down to UEFI, apply, exit. Let's try that. I don't freaking know what to do if it's not working. Ugh. I wonder if I'd be better off just making a damn disk. F12 to get into the boot thing again, jiggy. Let's try it again. Switch to UEFI. I don't see how it would be UEFI. Unless that's what Rufus did. Well, apparently the SATA didn't matter. I got a splash screen for Dell. What's happening here? I got nothing. Oh, no bootable devices. F2 for setup utility. Well, for frick's sake. See, it's not recognizing it as a UEFI drive. So, oh, wrong button. I think I'm going to go back to the drawing board and just make a damn disk. I think all them driver things that I selected screwed this up. So we're going to have to go back to the drawing board. We'll try this though. We'll go back to add a boot option. Add a boot to me. Where? Come on, get down to the add a boot option. Add boot option. No, file system not found. Okay, so we're gonna have to go back to legacy here, and I can't. Okay, we're gonna have to go back to legacy. Come on. Boot sequence. Legacy select. Apply. Excellent. Let's try this again. I think I'm gonna have to switch them drivers. It's probably because it's an SSD. F12. Well, it should. Computer disk hardware configuration problem. Check boot path. Am I plugged in? The SATA's plugged in. Well, we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on this. Oh, wait! What the frick? Well, we're in Windows Setup. I don't know how that worked, but it's working now. Maybe I didn't hit the... Huh. Maybe it took a couple times to wake it up. So we are starting Windows. That's amazing. So this portion is set up, program prepares, blah blah blah, and run on a computer. To set up Windows XP now, select enter. And I'll probably go through all this and it won't like the SSD. Blah blah blah, F8, I agree. What are you gonna do if you don't agree? You don't get no Windows XP then. We are going to set up Windows XP on the selected item, but we need to delete the selected partitions, I believe. Unpartitioned. We need to, I think I need to delete that partition. So we need to press D. D? Oh crap. System blah blah blah. I don't care. I tried to, I don't know what system's on there, but it wouldn't load. Enter. I don't know what operating system's on that disk, but I wouldn't boot. So delete this partition, press L. Alright, now we have unpartitioned disk space. Blah blah. To set Windows XP on the select item, press enter. Enter. We are going to do the quick, because I learned from doing this before that bottom one takes forever. So we're going to do a quick formatter of the drive we're installing on. Otherwise it takes ages. And now we are examining the disk, and now it's going to say it's copying the files. Huh. So I don't know what exactly did it. I went from, I switched it to SATA from RAID, and then I went and tried it and it wouldn't load. So then I switched to UEFI, and of course it wouldn't load because it wouldn't even recognize the system through UEFI because it's a legacy setup. And then I tried it again, and now it's installing. I don't know. Come on, hurry up, baby. Please wait while setup copies files to the Windows installation folders. This might take several minutes. And I don't even know how many gigawatts. Well, Windows XP 32-bit only recognizes 3.2 gigabytes. So no matter how many RAM sticks you got in your setup here, you can 3.2 is the max. So put one 4 gigabyte stick, or you could put two 2 gigabyte sticks in. I don't know, even you can utilize dual channel. It's slow anyways. What does it matter? It's Windows XP, baby. And we are going to reboot in 11 seconds. If there's a floppy drive, we need to remove the USB drive with the operating system on it, because now it wrote it to the disk. And let's see if we can get her to boot. Should boot to the SSD somehow. Eventually. Come on. Oh, you bastard. Wait, unless it's above. There we go. Yeah, I just, the way it was set up in there. There we go. Ta-da! All right. Windows X Service Pack 3 is needed. The file AMSS. I don't know. What happened here? So they were missing files in the ISO? AS, what the frick? So the ISO that I got was bad? Where's my mousy mouse here? So what the, oh, we went through all that and oh, for fuck's sake. Fatal error. So that ISO was shit. All that. Unless it's on here. Maybe I need to leave the boot disk in here. Wait a minute. Oh, I put the USB stick back in. Maybe it found it on the USB stick. And away we go for 39 minutes, it says. I don't know why it takes so damn long. Maybe because it's only got 3.2 gigawatts to deal with. But we are installing devices. What happened there? Alright, well, it's off to... We're going to take a break here because 34 minutes is going to be a long time. Maybe I'll play some games in the meantime. Or I'll actually start editing this and putting her in. Thank you. Congratulations, you're ready to go. Welcome. Oh, did you hear it? We are officially in Windows XP here. Look at this. Oh. Widescreen and everything. And apparently there's supposed to be drivers, so I can put in a... I don't know. Let's see what happened with our drivers here. We'll go to... Oh, wait. I don't know how to operate this one. Setup here. We'll go to right-click. Don't work. Go to Start. We'll go to Control Panel. Performance and Maintenance. I'm sure there's a shorter way to get there, but I always go this way. System. And we'll go to... Hardware. Device Manager. See how many drivers. Whoa! No way! All the drivers installed. I got no exclamation marks. And there's supposed to be XP drivers for a graphics card I got. We'll see what happens. Huh. So we got all our drivers look happy. Let's see if we can... There we got it. We got Windows XP in here. You can play your... What? There's... Where the heck is it? Where are the programs that are on it? All programs. Here we go. It's been a while. All programs. You can play pinball. Aha! I'm gonna play some pinball. How the heck do you even play pinball? Where are the flippers? Spacebar. Where are the flippers? Oh. I don't know which ones the flippers are. Which one's the flippers again? Flipper, flipper, flipper. Spacebar is the launch. Z and M. Come on, find the flipper. Where is the right flipper? There it is. Whoa! That sucks. Where'd it go? Why can't we do this full screen? Full screen. The pinball wizard. Majizzard. Oh, Chrysler. Where is the flipper again? Tilted. How did I tilt the damn game? How do you tilt it? Whoa! I got the high score.